Good day, everyone. I am Arabella Grace Morales. Our topic is the modern portfolio theory. The result of the portfolio analysis highlights several important insights regarding the performance and diversification of the five selected companies, which is Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, Apple, and ExxonMobil. First, in terms of top performance, Tesla recorded the highest return among the five stocks with a total return of 50.41% during the analysis period from April 2025 to March 2026. This strong performance is mainly due to the significant increase in Tesla's stock price, which rose from $249.98 to $391.20. The large price appreciation reflects strong investor confidence in Tesla's growth within automobile and electric vehicles industry because of the high return. Tesla contributed significantly to the overall portfolio performance. Second, Johnson & Johnson serves as a key diversifier in the portfolio. The company generated a return of 48.38%, which is the second highest among the five stocks analyzed. However, aside from its strong performance, Johnson & Johnson belonged to the healthcare sectors, which typically behaves differently compared to the technology, energy, and banking companies. Because of these differences, Johnson & Johnson helped improve diversification by reducing the overall concern of risk within the portfolio.
I am Eliza Villena, and the third portfolio also demonstrates a volatility spread between high growth and more stable assets. Tesla represents a higher growth and potential more volatile stock, while Apple recorded the lowest return at 17.16%, indicating relatively slower growth compared to other companies. The spread between return and lower return assets allowed the portfolio to maintain a balance between growth, opportunity, and stability. Finally, Tesla and Johnson & Johnson can be considered the optimal core of the portfolio because they generated the two highest returns. Their strong performance played a major role in achieving the all-over portfolio return of 33.83%, given the equal portfolio allocation of 20% for each stock. Together, these companies provided primary drivers of portfolio growth during the analysis period. Overall, the results emphasizes the importance of diversification across different industries, including automobile, healthcare, energy, banking, and technology sectors. By combining companies from multiple sectors with balanced weights, investors can potentially achieve strong portfolio performance while also managing investment risk.
So, good day everyone. I'm Dian Kinibi Chavez, and today I will be discussing our theoretical framework. So, our studies is mainly based on the modern portfolio theory, or MPT, developed by Howard Markowitz or Markowitz. So, according to this theory, investors should not analyze investments separately, but instead consider how different assets work together within the portfolio. This is because the interaction between assets can affect the overall risk and return of the portfolio. One of the key concepts of MPT is diversification. So diversification means combining assets from different industries or sectors in order to reduce overall portfolio risk without necessarily sacrificing expected returns. And another important concept in modern portfolio theory is the efficient frontier. The efficient frontier represents the set of optimal portfolios that offer the highest expected return for a given level of risk or the lowest risk for a specific level of return. To determine these several important inputs are used including mean, return, variance, and covariance, which measure the expected return and risk relationship between assets. In addition, the framework also considers concepts from the capital asset pricing model, particularly the capital market line and the security market line. The capital market line, or CML, illustrates the relationship between total risk measured by standard deviation and expected return for efficient portfolios. Meanwhile, the security market line, or SML, shows the relationship between systematic risk measured by beta and the expected return of individual assets.
So, good evening everyone. I am Rose and Jaime, and I am here to report about the continuation about our framework. So, beta is an important measure because it indicates how sensitive a stock return is to overall market movements. In this framework, total risk is divided into systematic risk and unsystematic risk. Systematic risk refers to market-wide risk that cannot be eliminated through diversification, while unsystematic risk is company-specific risk that cannot be reduced by investing in multiple assets. The framework also includes additional asset pricing models such as the arbitrage pricing theory, which explains that stock returns may be influenced by multiple macroeconomic factors rather than just market risk alone. So finally, the Fama-French model expands CAPM by adding the size factor and value factor, while the momentum factor suggests that stocks that performed well in the past may continue performing well in the short term. So overall, these theories help explain how risk return and diversification influence portfolio performance.
So for our data methodology, the data used in this study came from Yahoo Finance, which provides accurate and trusted historical stock price information. The data were collected in March 2026 over a 12-month period from March 2025 to March 2026. This time frame ensured that all companies were analyzed within the same time period for fair comparison. To compute the monthly returns of each company, the adjusted closing price at the end of each month was used, since this measure reflects the most accurate market price after accounting for stocks and dividends. Several assumptions were also applied in order to create a clear and consistent framework for the portfolio analysis. First, the study assumed a risk-free rate of 4.50%, which represents the yield of the 10-year U.S. Treasury notes as of the data collection week. This rate is used as a benchmark for evaluating the excess return of investment.
Second, the monthly returns of the selected stock, which is Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, Exxon, JP Morgan, and Apple, are assumed to follow a stationary distribution, meaning that historical average and volatility are used as indicators of expected performance during the sample period. To measure the key level of risk and the relationship among the assets, statistical indicators such as variance, covariance, and standard deviation were calculated using the sample corrected formula with n-1, which helps produce more reliable estimates when the sample size is limited.
Good afternoon, my name is Mark Lueta and my topic is about risk and return. Total portfolio return is equal to 33.83%. Based on the computed result, Tesla generated the highest return at 50.41%, followed by Johnson & Johnson with 48.38%. Exxon produced a moderate return of 31.27%, while JP Morgan and Apple recorded lower returns of 21.98% and 17.16% respectively. Since each stocks was assigned an equal portfolio weight of 20%, Tesla contributed the largest share to the portfolio return at 10.8%, followed by Johnson & Johnson with 9.68%. Exxon contributes 6.25%, while JP Morgan and Apple contribute 0.40% and 3.43% respectively. Overall, the diversified portfolio generated a total return of approximately 33.83%, indicating a strong performance across companies from different sectors including automobiles, healthcare, energy, banking, and technology.
The correlation analysis shows how the selected stocks move in relation to each other. Based on the results, most stock pairs have moderate positive correlations ranging from 0.30 to 0.50, which means they generally move in the same direction but not very strongly. The strongest relationship is observed between Tesla and Apple at 0.75, followed by Exxon and JP Morgan at 0.60. This suggests that these pairs are more likely to move together due to similar market or economic influences. On the other hand, the lowest correlation, such as Tesla and Johnson & Johnson and Johnson & Johnson and Apple at 0.30, indicates a weaker relationship. These weaker correlations are beneficial for diversification because the stocks are influenced by different industry factors. So overall, since the correlations are not perfectly high, the portfolio still benefits from diversification as the assets do not move exactly the same way. This helps in reducing overall portfolio risk while maintaining return potential.
The graph illustrates the relationship between risk and return of the selected stocks, namely Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, Exxon, JP Morgan, and Apple. Each point of the graph represents an individual stock showing how much return it generates relative to its level of risk. Based on the graph, Tesla and Johnson & Johnson are positioned at the upper part, indicating that they provided higher returns, however associated with the higher levels of risk, which reflect the typical risk-return trade-off investment.
So hello everyone, I am Dean Marcus and this is the continuation of the efficient frontier. On the other hand, Apple and JP Morgan are located at the lower portion of the graph, showing lower returns but also relatively lower risk. These stocks are considered more stable and have reduced overall portfolio volatility. Exxon lies in the middle range, indicating a balance between risk and return. This makes it a moderate investment option that contributes to both growth and stability. Overall, the graph demonstrates that investors cannot maximize returns without taking on additional risk. Therefore, combining returns stocks with more stable ones can help achieve a more efficient and balanced portfolio, which is the main idea behind the efficient portfolio. So for the strategic recommendation, this is based on the risk and return performance of each stocks, as well as their role in the portfolio. Tesla and Johnson & Johnson are recommended as overweight because they generated the highest returns at 50.41 and 48.38% respectively. Tesla offers strong growth potential but the higher volatility, while Johnson & Johnson's provide stable performance from the healthcare sectors. ExxonMobil is assigned a market weight since it showed a moderate return of 31.27% and represents the energy sectors, which is important for diversification. And the JP Morgan is recommended as underweight because it has a lower return of 31.98% and is more sensitive to changes in interest rates and economic conditions. Lastly, Apple is classified as a hedge or hold. Although it has the lowest return at 17.16%, it remains a stable company and helps provide balance and diversification in the portfolio. For the overall, the recommendation aims to maximize returns while maintaining diversification and managing risk.
Based on Markowitz framework, an efficient portfolio is not just about choosing the highest return stock, but about combining assets to achieve the best balance between risk and return. This portfolio diversification is achieved by investing in 5 different sectors, including automobiles, healthcare, and energy, banking, and technology. This helps reduce several risks because performance does not rely on single industry. Tesla and Johnson & Johnson are the top contributors with return of 50.41% and 48.38% respectively. These two stocks significantly increase the overall portfolio return. Exxon and JP Morgan provide moderate support, contributing returns of 31.27% and 21.98%, while also adding exposure to different sectors. Apple, although it has the lowest return of 17.16%, still plays an important role by providing stability and diversification within the portfolio. With an equal allocation of 20% per stock, the portfolio spreads investment evenly, resulting in a total return of 33.83%. Overall, this shows that diversification across different industries can help achieve a balanced and profitable portfolio while managing risk.